I can't believe it. I absolutely cannot believe it. Manchester United, 18 losses this season. 18 losses this season. It's absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. Shocking. Please smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. We just done a watch along. Big up to all those that have joined us for the watch along. This is unheard of. This is unacceptable. How did we all get hoodwinked into the Europa League frenzy? How do we all get hoodwinked? How the F do you get hoodwinked? How is it acceptable for Manchester in 18 games? 18 games. Explain this to me. How are you all getting hoodwinked? How are you all getting hoodwinked? Explain it to me. This is worst season in United's history. Worst season. I'm telling you now, the team that went down in the 1970s did not lose this many games. I guarantee you right now, they did not lose 18 games in the league. They did not lose 18 games in the league. This is on Ineos, Glazers, Ratcliffe, Barada, Wilcox. It's on all those clowns. I told you, look, we've got clowns running our fucking football club. Clowns are in charge. And the fans are like sheep. Worse than that, some of them are even like bootlickers. Bootlickers. Sheep. This is what we've got. 18 losses. If that happened to Barcelona, the whole board is resigning. Forget the coach, the whole board. If it happened at Bayern Munich, the whole board, there'll be riots. Riots outside the stadium and inside the stadium. If that happened at Juventus, losing 18 games. Happened at Barcelona. Happened at Real Madrid. It's incredible. It's incredible. But the fans will never get them out. I bet you they'll be all there clapping them off like that. Do you think I'm going to go there against Villa to clap any of those dickheads off? Clap them off the pitch for what? For what? Shit, the Europa League. What am I going to clap them for? What am I going to clap them for? Unbelievable. But they'll be there. Nah, 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 nah. They should be fucking getting booed. Every one of those cunts should be getting booed. And the fans should be staying in the stadium to boo the board. To boo the board. That's what we should be doing. 18 fucking losses. You absolute boo-licking sheep. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. It's unbelievable. We go 1-0 down in 78 minutes of football tonight. One shot on target. And that came in the 78th minute. 78th minute to also have a shot on goal. On target on goal. Keeper made one save. One fucking save. This is unbelievable. But the sheep will be there like that on Sunday. Can I have your shirt, please? This is, listen, we deserve the onus we have because majority of you are fucking cowards. You cowards, you bunch of cowards. The fan base are cowards. So many cowards. So many bootlickers within our fan base. You're a disgrace for letting them get away with this shit. Ineos, Glazers, getting away with this shit. No other football club, no other historical giant of European football, of world football, is letting that happen. It's letting that happen. They're not letting that happen. I promise you, I am not just waffling. They're not letting that happen without major repercussions. It's not happening. But we just, Europa League. We're going to Bilbao. Follow fucking 18 fucking losses in the league. Follow fucking what? You bunch of fucking cowards. Follow what? Follow what? I don't even mind if Chelsea were brilliant tonight. They were fucking dog shite. But I told you, like I was telling you when I was doing the watch along, they're gonna beat us because you don't have to play that great to score against us. Just make 1 or 2 chances and you'll get it. You'll score. You'll score because you got a shit goalkeeper or we got defenders. Even though we play 5 of the fucking back defenders who are all gonna be there and fucking gonna stand around. To me, to you, to you, to me. This is what we have. This is what we have. I remember the Fergie teams. I remember the team that did the treble. They lost the game at Old Trafford. Fans started booing. It's the treble winners. Treble fucking winners were getting booed. Double winners are getting booed. After a horrendous performance at Old Trafford. But you'll be there on Sunday. You'll be there on Sunday. We'll be back next season. What's going to change next season? What's going to change next season? 3.5 months away. What's going to fucking change? Tell me. Tell me what's going to change. 18 fucking losses. And most of you are cowards sat there going, now, next season. Football is about now. It's not about fucking next season. It's about now. Football is about now, not about next season. You absolute cowards. You absolute cowards. This generation of United fans, hold your head in shame for accepting this shit. Accepting this shit. I swear to God, please God, get this fucking football club relegated. So these vultures cannot make money from this football club anymore. Cannot make money from this football club anymore. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I can't believe what you're willing to accept. I can't believe what you're willing to accept. 1958. Demo. What demo? It's too fucking late. It's too fucking late. Should have been demo every game. Empty in Old Trafford, or half of it at least. Absolute shambles. You bootlickers, you fucking sheep, accepting nonsense. Accepting this shit. The shit as football. I don't even mind if the 18 losses, at least 10 games, the opposition goalkeeper was man of the match, was on fire. I watched the game tonight, and 87 minutes it took us to have 1 shot. And in 97 minutes, we only registered 1 shot. 1 fucking shot. Fuck them all, Alien Tenno. Absolute garbage fans deserve this garbage football team and that garbage owners. You all deserve it, including me. I'm not differentiating myself from you guys. I'm a fucking coward too, because I'm accepting this shit. And I go to that stadium every fucking other week. Shambles. Trust the fucking, what process? What fucking process? Shambles. Fucking shambles. Shambles. This is who we are. This is who we are. Accepting this mediocre. We accepted this. They can do whatever they want now. They can do whatever they want. Glazers, Ineos can do whatever they want. Build you a fucking tent, a circus for their circus. That's what they're building. A tent for their circus. And you'll accept it. If you've accepted it, now that they know you have accepted 18 defeats in the Premier League, now that they know that you have done that, we've done that, they can do whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. They'll do whatever they want. Talk about the gutter. Rashid, we've got, bro, the gutter. We're not in the gutter. That was 3 years ago. That was last season. That was 5, 7 years ago, 8 years ago. We're not in the gutter. This is not gutter. We've gone way to no man's land. That's where we are now. That's where we're at now. And people go, you're doing this for views. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm just a fan voicing my opinion, you pricks. I'm not sheep like you. I take accountability. I look in the mirror and I go, why am I a fucking coward? Is it worth getting fucking arrested for this fucking shit football club on my own? Is it worth me getting arrested on my own? Is it? This is dead. Before last season, in my lifetime, United finished 6th. 6th. The lowest position I knew since last season, before last season, was 6th. 8th this season. 8th last season. Where we are now, 16th or 17th in the league. I think we're 16th still. We're 16th still. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I can't stress this enough. I cannot stress this enough, people. We're dog. We're absolute dog. Manchester United are dog. Dog shite. I can't believe it. I can't believe this. I swear I cannot believe people accepting this. 16th is ridiculous. But what do you want? It's the club that did it. You can't just blame it on one man. This is the football club. This is Ineos and the Glazers. They've made sure you finish 18th. They brought a manager in November, didn't back him in January, actually made him weaker. And now we're going to blame him. He's never coached in the Premier League. He's come from 5th ranked league in Europe. It's like somebody coming from League 4, whatever, outside the Football League to manage the Premier League. That's what the equivalent Portuguese league is to the Premier League. Big up Super Act for the super chat. Why rage, bro? We knew this was a loss. You said we're looking at relegation back in December. No surprise at all. Needed to happen to rebuild. What rebuild are you seeing, Ad? Oh my God! What evidence of a rebuild are you seeing? Tell me, please. Breaking news. Super Arj with his super chat. It's got a rebuild for us. Tell me about the rebuild. Break it down for me. Come on, talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me where this rebuild is coming from. Do any of you guys agree with him? Do any of you guys agree with him? Do any other guys here agree with him? Tell me. I swear to God, people like me are going to laugh their heads off on fucking Wednesday when we get beat. Because all of majority of you sheep have all banked on a wank Europa League season. And you know what? I swear to God, this club deserves to get beat. Even if we win, papering over 18 league losses of the season. 18 league losses. That's I can't even talk about what way to describe that. That's not papering over the cracks. That's trying to talk about building that's been burnt to the ground. It's not papering over any cracks. 18 losses. 10 losses are papering over the cracks. 18. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. A majority are willing to accept, even if we go and win that final. Most of you are willing to accept this shit. Jim's got a plan. Monty, you're taking the piss, aren't you? You're taking the piss. Do you guys agree with my guy? Rebuild. What rebuild? What rebuild? Ineos needed to see this. They took it for a joke when they didn't get players on loan in January. To see what? These guys are incompetent. Super Arch, they're incompetent, bro. They are the worst of the worst. I told everybody about it. I told everybody about them. Everybody. Their man, I was telling them, these people are incompetent. I've looked at the patterns, the way they manage Nice. I said, alarm bells. I was trying to ring the alarm bells. Over 300 of you here. Smash the likes. We haven't even got 150 likes here now. Come on, smash the likes on the video. Costs you absolutely nothing. Smash the likes. Smash the likes on the video. Subscribe to the channel. We keep it raw and real here. It's raw and real. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. But we keep it 100%. Football is about emotion. It's about passion. I don't try to fake it. This is what you see is what you get. But I will never in my life ever accept 18 losses. Never. I will never accept it. You might be accepted for shit Europa League. The fact that Manchester United, season in, season out, are in the shitty Europa League says everything about you. But mark my words. Now that Jim Glazer, Ineos, the rest of the fucking clowns that are with him, right? And the Glazers have seen you've taken 18. They're going to do much worse to this football club. Mark my words. Mark my words. I'm not fucking backing no fucking manager, right? So fucking shut the fuck up. I'm not backing no manager. I told you, how the fuck do you expect to blame a guy who knows nothing about the Premier League? The people who bought him, you're just sheep. You just want, sack the coach, sack him, it's all his fault. How is it his fault? Ineos have been running the operation for over a year now. Where's their accountability? Where's their accountability? Where's the Glazers' accountability? Obsessed with fucking coaches. Obsessed. How many coaches have we sacked? This guy is out of his depth, and it's clear for everybody to fucking see that. You don't have to know anything about football to understand that. His style of play is not compatible with the shit bags that we've got as players in our club. They can't play the modern way football. They can't play man for man. We play 5 at the back. I said it 4 months ago. No, 2.5 months ago, I said we play 5. None of this 3-2. We don't play 3. We don't play 3 at the back. We play 5. You've accepted this. Most of you have accepted this. Yeah. Big up to Khalees, Chief Editor, United Real Therapy. Big up to Sheikh Arian as well. I won't put it past him. I won't put that past him. They've already broken your trust. They've already shown how incompetent they are. How unbelievably incompetent they are. Yes, big up Violet. Apologies. The saddest part is that they won't even move serious in the transfer window. Even if Amarin wins the Europa, these Ineos lot won't back him, and you will get humiliated again in the Champions League as well. Yeah, big up Violet. Appreciate the super chat. Big up to you. Thank you. Sorry, I missed it. Sorry, I missed it. It's unbelievable, people. It's absolutely unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's get to 200 likes, people. There's over 300 of you in here. I'm lost for words. I'm genuinely lost for words. I'm lost for words. I'm lost for words. I'm lost for words, people. I'm genuinely lost for words. I'm lost for words. I can't even speak anymore. What else can I say? What else can you expect me to say? What else can I say? Unacceptable is not the word. Unacceptable is not the word. It's unbelievable. I swear to God, I'm lost for words. I don't even know what to say anymore, people. Yeah, 5, that goes into 7, yeah. Ineos, mate, destroyed. Ineos, Glazers. I swear to God, the Glazers have been destroying Manchester United, yeah? Chopping away, destroying. Ineos have come and said, hold my fucking beer. We'll show you how to do it. Hold my beer. Jim the Rat will always, forever carry that. 18 losses under his reign. We've got cycling people doing a strategic review. A strategic review of what? Of effing what? Now we're getting a Formula One analyst. Cycling, a Formula One analyst. Are going to solve this in 3.5 months' time. How? How are they going to solve this? It's unbelievable. Listen, you just waffle. All you do is waffle. Sometimes we want to press and score a goal, but we lost a little bit of concentration. It was different, but you never like when you lose a game. We are competitive. That was clear. Competitive what? Now you're just a rabbit in the headlights, man. You're just waffling right now. You're waffling. We have to prepare for each competition. We have 5 days. We can rest. We have 5 days to prepare for the Europa League final. 2 days to fully recover, then 2 days to what? You're just waffling now, man. It's unbelievable. I swear to God, it's unbelievable, people. I find it difficult, honestly. I sit here in shock. I sit here in shock. I never in my life ever thought that I would ever witness a Premier League season like this. I never in my wildest dreams ever thought I would ever experience a season like this. I would experience a season like this. I would ever experience a season like this. I never once thought about that. Never once. Never in my life would I thought. And usually it would be relegation. Let me tell you two guys, we're still on 39 points. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you where we are. Let me show you. Let me show you where we are. 16, 39 points. We've been on 39 points for the past 6-7 games. Look at this. 37 games, 10 wins, 5 draws. $18 losses. 18 losses. 18 losses. 42 goals for, 54 against, minus 2 goal difference. 12 goals difference. This is the stats, people. This is where we're at. This is where we're at. Manchester United, in the season 24-25, 37 games gone, 10 wins, 9 draws, 18 losses, 42 goals scored, 54 against, minus 12 goal difference. It's where we're at. This is where we're at. This is where we're at. Incredible. Incredible. This is where we're at, people. This is where Manchester United are at. I never in my wildest imagination ever thought I'd be sat on a stream looking at that. The table does not lie. The table does not lie. Yes, Pete, I'll send it to you. 2 seconds. Send you the link now. Just send it to you, Pete. Jump on. I never would have thought in my life that I would be sat here talking about that. No fucking way. No way. Can't get 40 points. We can't make 40 points. It's a fucking tent, George. The design is a tent for the clowns, for the circus. That's what it is. People think that I love this football club. I fell in love with this football club. Do you think all of this for show? I fell in love with this football club. This football club means a lot to me. Football saved my life. Football saved my life. Don't think some of you understand. This ain't no joke to me. Go ahead, Pete.
Big up, Dino. Big up, Chas.
How are you?
Hello. Hey, how you doing,
Listen,
guys?
listen, man. I'll keep me emotions tight. Yeah. Let's let this brother Amarin win the Europa League for us, and then give him a nice taxi ride to wherever he wants to go. Because this geezer, yeah, I'm telling you now, this geezer is out of his league. Literally out of his league. 9 weeks without a win in the Premiership. This is Manchester United. I'm listening to Man United fans saying to me and saying online, let him get the players he wants. You're going to get the fucking Avengers and Marvel to do it because you're shit. You couldn't coach your fucking ass to the toilet. You are wank, mate. Get out. Get him out. Seriously, I'll take fucking Southgate now over this geezer. Easily, easily take him. This geezer in here is clueless. Literally clueless. And if we give this boy 300 million pound to rip, you can kiss your ass goodbye because we are going to the championship with him. I'm being serious. This guy is not the man. Forget about him. Just forget about him. Get the final done. Win the final. Yeah. Well done, son. Now fuck off. Next. Over to you, sir.
Big up, Pete. Big up, Pete. I can't argue against. I can't argue it. I just don't believe it's his fault. I think if he has to go, Ineos and the Glazers all need to fuck off as well because they're as much to blame than he is. Because the people who bought him here are not getting away with it. Go ahead,
No.
Luani.
Hey, good afternoon, my friends. How are you guys doing? Good afternoon, Therapy Army.
I'm not doing fucking well, Luani. 18 fucking losses. I'm not doing well. And we had one shot in 97 minutes of fucking football.
No, Rodin, come on. I
And they're telling
18.
you in 3.5 months' time, this is going to get better. How is it going to get fucking better?
18 losses. It's a dramatic way to say it, like 18 losses, but the performance haven't been there all season long. It's been up and down, up and down. So, like reacting, I'm not saying we're reactive now because of the place we are in the league, but it's something that we should have prepared ourselves for since the performance have not been there. Today, for example, we're playing against Chelsea. They were playing for something. They were playing for a place in the Champions League, and we are not playing for anything. This game was essentially a tune-up for our final against Tottenham next week. So I don't know exactly what we're expecting out of it in terms of
Here's guys, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still here, man. Listen,
I
people,
think
like the
Luan
video.
is.
We haven't got 200 likes. There's 324 of you in here. We haven't even got 200 likes. Shame on you lot.
You know what, Dino? Yeah.
So
You know
what,
what,
what
Dino?
I'm
Chat.
Let him
Remember,
finish.
remember the TV series Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
They had an episode called Battle of the Bastards. Yeah. This football match next week on Wednesday is called Battle of the Bums. Yeah. Battle of the Bums. They've lost nearly 40 games. 40 fucking games between them. And if whoever wins it goes into the Champions League, maybe Arsene Wenger at a point. Seriously.
Big up Imran. Free Palestine. Fuck the Zionists. Always fuck the Zionists. Big up. Go ahead, Luani. Finish up what you were saying.
I was saying that we cannot take this game in isolation because of the game last week was similar and the week before that was the same thing. So the issue we have right now, we have a divided fan base. with Amorim in some instant and Amorim out on the other side. But for people like me who are Amorim out, we've been Amorim out for a month
Yeah.
now, I would say, right? So the argument we're offering that is that the performance does not mirror the the ability of the team. This team, as is presented, as is constructed, is not 18th. That's not what we are. This team is
No.
better than that, and that's the only thing we're asking. Like, at least if he can have this, regardless of system, regardless of tactic, if he can have the team to perform to his ability, at least we can give him time. But he haven't earned that time.
No, he hasn't. I agree, Luani. You know what? Luani, Nuruddin, and Therapiani, we never even got a manager bounce with this guy. We never even got that. The guy came in, hit the deck, flat line, straight away. He was flat. That was the first wake up call for me straight away. Within 3-4 games, he was flat lining. There was no bounce with him. And it's like, you know what? Forget this shit. Forget this shit. Let's put this into perspective. People don't want Mason Greenwood back because he's done, blah, 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 whatever, this and that. Yet they still want Amarin to keep the job, this and that. You're fucking brain dead. What's wrong with you, people?
But I
Wake
agree.
the
I agree with
fuck up.
Nuruddin when he says. I agree with Nuruddin when he says that now where we are right now, this is an Ineos problem. It's not an Amorim problem anymore. He have plenty of game to show us what he's capable of. Ineos brought him here. At the end of this season, they're gonna have to make a decision, right? So they've been in this situation before. Last year, when Ten Hag have a bad season, then won a trophy to paper over the cracks. We probably going to have the same thing with Amorim. Yeah,
You're going to get knocked off if you
we probably gonna. Hello, can you hear me? We probably
Yeah,
gonna have
yeah,
the
I can
same
hear
thing
you,
with
Luani, yeah.
We probably gonna have the same thing with Amorim. He's probably gonna win this trophy, or regardless if he wins it or not. Now, Ineos have to make a decision if they want to keep him or not. Now, if they decide to keep him, I'll be disappointed. But you know what? I'm not going to. I'm not going to be too mad because for people who are arguing that he needs time, he needs his own players.
No.
If they keep him, they have to back him. That's the issue. If they keep him, they have to back him. It doesn't justify the result have that of this year didn't justify keeping him. But if they do keep him, they have to back him. What they cannot do is keeping him and not buying him the players that he needs to express his system. Now, whether that work next year or not, they have to stand by him because they brought him in, like Nuruddin say, and they have to make him give him all the tools that he needs to succeed.
Luana, yeah, Dino,
Hey,
yeah.
hey, Tell, I want to ask you a question. Hey, you remember when we went down in the 1970s?
Yeah, I was there. I was
How
there.
old were you?
I was 10 years old, 1974. And I can tell you now, I can still remember it better. That team that went down were better than this team.
Of course they
I'm
were. They
being
didn't
deadly
lose 18 league
serious.
games, did they? They didn't lose 18 league games.
No.
Yeah, but are you saying that team that went down in the 70s is better than this team? Are you saying this team is bad, like 18
Yeah.
plays bad, or are you just saying that the
Seriously,
coach?
Luani, because
Yeah.
don't forget, Luani, back in the day, in 1974, you only got 2 points for the win. You got 3 points for the win. Now,
That was a
this
different.
team would have finished with more points in 74 team would have finished with more points than this team now that got relegated. That's how bad it is. People don't understand when I tell them this team is seriously garbage. You cannot go on like this. We will get relegated next season. If you want to spend another £300 million on an epically failed manager, irrespectively whether he's won the Europa League or not, yeah, you are asking for trouble and you will get trouble. We have been bitch slapped from that pillar to that post, north, south, east, and west. And this guy don't work. I don't care who it is, whether your system is bad, the Glazers are bad, Ineos are bad. you get a manager in, you forget that outside noise. A manager gets put in to develop a style of football. We've got nothing from him. Literally nothing. CDs, believe them.
So now, if you when you say the team is garbage, are you alluding to? Can you please clarify? Are you alluding to
well, I
the
tell you
type
what,
of
Luwani,
football
look
we're
at this.
playing?
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've lost 18 games in the league. Yeah, okay then. So you're saying if you want to back Ruben Amorim, yeah, next season to get a team, construct a team for the style of play, you're looking at Onana's got to go, Lindelof's got to go, yeah, probably going to sell Bruno, yeah, probably Garnacho will go, Mason Tiny Tim will go, yeah, I can go on, yeah. How many players do you think we're going to buy in the summer? You're talking about buying 10 players. No one buys 10 players. Nottingham Forest bought 10 players 2 seasons ago, but they were mediocre players. I'm talking the top class players. You're not going to do it. So if this manager can't manage this current team now, even with, say, 5 additional players, he's marginally, and I say this, marginally going to be a little bit better than what he is now.
Yeah, you know,
You're
I
not
used to
even looking
criticize. I
at
used to
6th place
criticize
next season.
Nuruddin. I used to criticize Nuruddin, saying that if Amorim couldn't do the job, why did he take the job? But then I kind of figure out that maybe the wider question is, if you Ineos, you know that you don't have.
Frozen again.
It's frozen.
Well,
His Wi-Fi is moving like Manchester United. What do you expect? Alien, I'm going to ask you the question. Your Wi-Fi is moving like Manchester United, mate. 18. Listen to me. Please explain to me, how's he going to get better, Luwani? How's this going to get better in a 3.5 months' time?
It's impossible. The only way he gets better is if you buy him better players. That's it.
No,
It's
not in the
impossible.
system.
Or 11 new players. People smash a
Yeah.
like on the video. We've not even got 200 likes yet. What are you doing? Because
You
not asking for
know
anything.
what, Dino?
I read that all, and I put all your comments on here, even the ones who are bantering us. Go ahead.
You know what, Dino? Luwani, yeah, right. It's the golden rule. It's the fallback position in football. Any manager who knows his worth will do this. When your back's against the wall and things ain't working, you go to the classical 4-4-2. That's what you do. That's what football was built on. You have not seen this manager go 4-4-2 because it's not in his book. This guy, but you know what? I was listening to people having a go at me. I'm being serious now. I've lost a good friend over this. I'm being serious. He was saying to me, Amarin's unbeaten in the Portuguese league. This is the fucking Premiership, not the Portuguese league. This is a different beast. Yeah? Unbeaten in Portugal, yeah. Slapped the fuck out of in England.
Listen, what would be, listen, tell me, Alien, what would the Portuguese league be equivalent to? It'd be like non-league, innit? It'll be like non-league football, innit? That's what it's equivalent to.
Portuguese league is League 2 in my books. League 2. I'm being serious. What people don't understand, and this is what a lot of, I don't mean to disrespect foreign leagues, yeah, because their league is their league, and I respect that, yeah. But what they don't understand is even the teams that's got relegated this season in the Premiership are more than capable than beating you. You're facing 19 teams who are constantly looking to beat you. You don't get that in any other league in the world. You just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the Premiership is a constant grind at a top level. It's a constant grind. That's why Man United and Spurs are in the Europa League final, because basically off that constant grind, even though they're epically failing, it's kept them to a level because of the competition they're facing. People can't grasp that concept. Yeah,
I
you
think
put
what
Man United.
I have a question, right? For me, the biggest red flag of a manager come when you cannot develop the talented player that you have on your team. When we look at as our team as it's constructed, if I tell you to name me the two most talented player in our team, what name would you give me?
I'm a Garnacho. And off.
Okay. I'll go Ahmad and Kobe Mino. You see, Kobe Mino is a big red flag. The fact that Kobe Mino, from all this season, he has not been able to find a stable
No,
position for him. He plays him in the first nine. He plays him in the double pivot. He does not know where Kobe doesn't now. He doesn't even start him. And Kobe Mino is one of our most talented prospects,
yeah.
right out of our academy. Why is Kobe Mino's game not developing? Why does he always look lost when he's on the pitch? That's something that is a big red flag for me when it comes to a manager. If you're a manager and you can build your team around young talented player when you are in a rebuild, for me, you're not the person for the job. You're not the
I tell
person
you
for the
what,
job.
Luan, here,
You give these young players to Louis Van Gaal. God, good Lord.
Dino will tell you this. Yeah, I've watched Kobe from a young lad growing up playing football, and I tell you one playing out Dango. You put Dango with Kobe Mainu, take Bruno out of the equation, you will see two dynamic players. End the
Hmm.
story. That's why that we won the
You see,
youth
even
FA
better.
Cup
You
against
guys are
Forest.
local. You guys get to watch them come through the academy, and you guys definitely know their value. But
Yeah,
him, I don't understand. As a coach, like when you have
Luani, your internet is moving like mad. Go ahead, Letso. Let me
they've
just
got
get this.
bless out.
Yock Smoke said this. How is Jim try to save us? He doesn't sign any fucking players, doesn't sign the best talent. Fuck the wage bill, sacking people who don't play football, who need to feed their families. Okay, that's where we go. There you go, Yuck Smoke. I think you summed it up. But you know what? A lot of fucking pricks in our fan base. Jim will fix it. Jim, Ineos have got a plan. Ineos. Fucking bootlickers. Go ahead, Lesso. What did you think about that bullshit of a fucking game? In 97 minutes, we made the goalkeeper one shot, one save he made. We made him work once.
Yeah, man. I mean, this pretty much summed up everything we said in the previous show. It's just not gonna work out. It's unfortunate, and we need to pull the trigger. We need to sack this manager. I think if we can do a bit of damage control, sack the manager, and now let's get this straight. We're not saying sack the manager and keep the players per se. These players also need to fucking go because I mean, if we're being honest, they're not good. They haven't been good enough. You look at our attack. If you can produce one shot on target for 97 minutes, that alone on itself, it's a sackable offense. So they need to go. They need to go, and we cannot afford to face the same situation that we faced under Ten Hag. Remember what happened with the Ten Hag situation when we were telling people. I remember we were telling we had this discussion on the show where I said this man is not going to make it to Halloween. And I was yeah, well, we know how that went. It was a huge debate on the show, but you can see certain things. Like certain things don't need you scratching your head and trying to find solutions. You already know where this is going. This man is not going to be fully backed, and I think this formation needs to also be removed altogether. It needs to go. It's not working because for me personally, it's too specific and it's too rigid. It needs to be perfect. And let's be honest here. It's gonna cost us a whole lot of money to try and get in people to specifically play the way this guy wants to play. We don't have those financial muscle. We don't have that financial muscle. We're not gonna bring in 10
no.
players. We're not gonna bring in 8 or 9 players. So let's not kid ourselves. It's not gonna work. It needs specifics, and we are not going to get those specifics all sorted. And
No.
personally, if we go back to a back four or less, I think that actually is more cost effective in the long run. And as well as second the manager, obviously. Yeah, obviously. There's a lot of continuity in it, if you think about it as well. So I'm honestly looking at it, and this is their trial test now. This is the official test. If they fail this one, there is no coming back, essentially.
No.
And they did it. They made the mistake with Tanakh, keeping him obviously until the period and writing off another season. We cannot afford to write off another one. I mean, there's rumors already now circulating that the Glazers want out now because it's getting that bad. You sense relegation. Relegation is a possibility. So you'd rather want to be out before things get worse than actually waiting out until things get way worse. So yeah. Amorim out, and as much as I wanted him to work, because I wanted him here, to be honest, but the situation is just not feasible. It's not feasible. It's not feasible. Like we have to be honest with ourselves. Like two things can be right. Like I always say that the players can be bad, the manager as well has also been extremely bad. The way he sets up his team, and then the way the substitutions as well, and the way we play. Like we've been playing. How on earth do you play a back seven and still concede so many amount of goals? I've never seen this in my entire life.
And not even that.
Like
Two
how
fullbacks taking the
on
place.
earth are you
Two
that
fullbacks,
seven?
one crossing to the other. Two fullbacks. We're getting dunked on two fullbacks. Let me bring Ben in. How you doing, Ben?
No.
I can't hear you, Ben.
Yeah, Ben.
No, we can't hear you. Okay, 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Yeah. I just want to bring the point back to what Leso was saying. Leso is saying that it could be two things. It could be that the players are bad. It could also be the manager is bad. I can promise you that these players are not as bad as we're trying to make them.
They are. They are the one. They are shit. No, they are the one. You can
let me tell you something.
The coach does not play on the football pitch with them. He does not get.
Let me tell you something. Nuruddin.
Coaches don't hold people's hands. Players, it's up to the players to work it out.
Nuruddin, you can if you watch the game today against Chelsea, right? At the beginning.
It's not him, bros. It's gone quiet.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes. Big up the chat. Big up the Pete. First time meeting you. Obviously, I know you're
Nice one, man.
see you a lot, bro. Big up, bro. Big up Lesso. Big up Luani. Big up Nerdin. Big up the chat. Make sure you hit those likes and subscribe.
18 losses, 39 points, 39 points in 37 games. Explain that one to me.
Yeah, look on the game, like it's I didn't expect much today. I didn't think we are gonna win at all. I actually thought the first 20 minutes we played well.
You've not won a game since March.
Yes, yeah, I know it's embarrassing, man. But you know what, Nerdin, and you know what,
last time we won, Kevin got injured against Leicester.
Yeah, it's not good enough, man. But do you know what it is, though, Nerdin? And like the some of the chat might not like it, or some people on social media and other platforms don't like it, but we needed this to happen. We needed something like finishing 16th, 17th to happen, because it wakes up the bigger picture. It's the fucking vultures at running this fucking football club. I know, obviously, look, Amorim's a fucking disgrace. He is a fucking disgrace. What he's done to this, it's this Premier League. It's unacceptable. The Premier is a bread and butter. But you know what, man? We needed this. We needed this suffering, man. Because the more suffering, the more the people at the top, it hurts their pockets. It hurts their fucking pockets with the sponsorship, with obviously not qualifying for Europe. Obviously, if I said I'm ready if we lose the Europa League, man, I'm ready as a fan, because I want these vultures out. I want them out because we've seen Sir Jim Ratcliffe and it looks like he's 100 years old in that fucking picture. The man
Yeah.
looks completely out of his depth, like, and I'm so happy, man. He's like that because he's the one that brought himself into it. He wanted to sleep with fucking Joe Glazer and Amram Glazer. It's a fucking joke, man. And look, there's gonna be a lot of people who's gonna be hammering out tonight. 100%, man. Like, it's a fucking joke. 18 losses. It's just not good enough, man. But it's the bigger picture we all need to get behind, man. It's been happening for.
Fucking cowardly.
Yep.
We've accepted
It's
18
embarrassing.
losses.
Embarrassing, man.
They
It's
can do
embarrassing.
whatever the fuck they want.
I have
We've
a
just
question.
given them the green light.
I have a question
embarrassing.
to ask the panel, right? If you take that Chelsea team that beat us today 1-0, right? And
Yeah.
we take out Reece James, Cancedo, and Lavia. Who would you
Oh
want
my
in
God,
that Chelsea
Lomani.
team? Who would you want in that Chelsea team? If you take out Reece James, Cancedo, and Lavia, who else do you want from that team?
Cole
Exactly.
Palmer.
But no.
Oh, Palmer.
Yeah. Cole
What are you
Palmer.
watching?
And he does.
Neto.
Cool, Palmer.
Neto.
Yeah, absolutely. Neto, yeah.
Madueke
Casino.
is better than fucking going down the fucking empty fucking down alleys. What are you
Cucurella.
talking about?
Cucurella too.
Go
I
ahead, Ben.
think Cucurella. Yeah, nah. Like, it fucking pisses me off, man. I actually have to come on every fucking time, man. Like, I was on Big Up the Side. He held a fan calling show. I seen Pete come in and Lesso come in, but I just said to Side, look, the fan base is just too divided. Like the 1958, they're clearly stating Glazers only. They didn't mention Ninios. So why? I don't understand that. It's just ridiculous, man.
Guys, I think we are over exaggerating how bad this team is. We still have we still have Rashford, Sancho.
Are you taking the piss, Luani?
Come on, we still have Rashford, Sancho. We still have Anthony to come back. Come on, guys. This team is not that bad.
Yeah, but they don't play for us, mate.
Look,
Chelsea is fighting for top 4. We are 18, guys.
Yeah. Look, Luani.
18.
They're better, but they're not better than 10th. Like, let's get this out of the way. They should be doing better, but they're not better than 10th, Luani. They're not better than 10th.
No.
They're not. Like, let's just be real here.
I disagree.
There's people that say that we should be top 6, top 5. That's if you think we're top 6, top 5, you're in cuckoo land, bro.
No, I disagree. You know why? You bring a coach that changed from a back 3 to a back 4, automatically we challenge him for at least 10. We jump 10 place at the top. We top 10. Just from changing the formation, we are a top 10 team. Just for that, by virtue of that alone. So I refuse to believe that this squad, including the people, the ones that are on loan, all put together is an 18-place squad. I refuse that. Nobody is ever gonna have me accept that. Amorim have us playing at a mediocrity level that we all sitting down here and saying these players are bad. Come on, man. These players are not they're not as bad as you think they are.
Yeah, they're not as bad. They shouldn't be 17 or 18. But Luana, I do hope, obviously the rest of the chat too, the URT, I do hope everyone now finally has figured out the bigger picture. It's actually getting fucking delusional, man. Like, what am I seeing on Twitter? Everyone's saying it's all Amorim, players, all this, but we're not seeing the bigger fucking picture. It's so divided. It's so fucking divided. Shame on, honestly, it's mental, man. We should be having 2 protests a month, not fucking 2 protests a fucking season, man. Like, what are we fucking talking about here? 12.
The thing is, Ben, yeah, guys, 1958 club were protesting in 2005 when the Glazers first bought us.
You know what's the funny part?
It's not changed it. It's never going to change it.
Guys?
You can protest till the cows come over in the morning. But if you're a billionaire and you own something, you don't listen.
Guys,
you should empty the stadium. But we're too cowardly.
Yep.
We're too bootlickers.
Guys, you know what's the funny part? The same Chelsea team we want to rave about today, we literally put them last year in the Conference League, We put them there. They play in Conference League, we play in Europa League. They challenging for top 4, we 18. And we want to say we're better than them by how much? Come on, guys. Let's not dramatize this thing.
But
Listen,
Luana, are you
No,
seeing the bigger picture though? Luana, are you seeing the bigger picture though, or is Amarim the biggest picture of them all? Like, are you taking any
no,
criticism from the
I
players?
said that I finally agree with Nourdin because my reasoning was that if Amorim couldn't do the job, why did he take it? But I have moved away from that reasoning.
Okay.
Now the way I think about it is that if you know that Amorim have a rigid system, he needs specific players. Why did you hire him? Which is
Yeah.
what Nuruddin was saying all along. Why did they bring him in, knowing
Facts.
that he needs specific player and he need money, he need investment. He's rigid in his system.
Luani, it's called
So
hitting the panic button, mate. It's
Facts.
called hitting the panic button. That's what you do when you're in the crap. When you should have sacked the manager, Eric Ten Hag, after he won the FA Cup. And maybe, just maybe, Sir Jim thought, we don't want to do what the Glazers done to thingy LVG after winning the FA Cup and sacked him straight away. Maybe they thought we give him the benefit of the doubt. To give him the benefit of the doubt, he ripped a shitload of money and the big red button was pressed. We're in the shit. What we going to do? We're in the shit.
Yeah.
that's why I'm saying this is their crossroad. This is the crossroad of Ineos. It's not by them sacking Dan Ashworth. It's not by them keeping Ten Hag and then sacking him and bringing in Amorim. The decision they're going to make this summer is going to determine what they're really all about. If they're going to accept mediocrity because because of the position we finish in, or if they're going to stand behind their manager and back him.
Yeah, but Luana,
You know,
it
if
doesn't.
They're not going to do anything, guys.
But it
Listen
doesn't.
to this. Listen to this. The Glazers were pissed off that Ineos released what they wanted to do to rebuild Old Trafford. But the fact is, they haven't even secured any money to do that project. They're also pissed off, the Glazers, that Sir Jim and Ineos have sacked a shitload of staff from Old Trafford as well. This is the Glazers with a conscience, and these are the ones who have wrapped the shit out of us since they've been here. We're a total mess. We are a total mess. The only way to solve this problem is for us to get relegated and done.
Yep.
Take it on the chin. Take it on the chin.
Reset.
agree.
Fucking
I agree.
reset.
Fact.
Right, that's the most important word. Is our fucking reset. But this fan base doesn't want a fucking reset, man. It just
But
pisses
too
me off.
cowardly. I'm a coward. I'm a coward. I live 10 minutes away from the stadium. I go there and clap like that. Come on, United. And do you think I'm going to be doing that on fucking Sunday? But majority of the 75,000 will be like that. Well done, lads. Well done. Yep. Well done. Yep. And winning or losing will paper over the fucking every crack. Every fucking crack. And the question I just want to go around, I want to ask Lesso first. In 3.5 months, how's this going to get better, even with a new fucking coach, when majority of these clownish fucking players are here? Explain that to me, please.
No, obviously it's not going to get better if the same players are here, you know, and that's why we've said that this is a collective, it's a collective blame. You know, if per se, you know, you look at the ownership, horrendous, bringing in a manager who plays a different way and style of football midway through the season. It was already a ridiculous, you know, approach on their part. And then on top of that, you have a situation right now where this. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you, Lasso.
Now, they have to. They don't have a choice. They have to spend in this. They have to spend in this transfer window, and I think they need to go back to a back four. You know, leave this formation. It was an experiment and it failed badly. So go back to what we know. Essentially, make sure that your work, you make your work easier in terms of what we are trying to do. Going back to a back four makes things a whole lot easier. People don't know this. I mean, Luani said it just now that, you know, alone with just sticking with the back four and playing that in terms of playing that formation, you know, we could have been easily 10 places up. I looked at the game tonight actually against Chelsea. I didn't see any of this golf in class that people are talking about that we're so far off. We're not that far off. It's just though obviously
Listen, they were
the
nervous.
formation is crap. We
Listen,
don't
they
have
were
the players.
nervous. Leto, they were nervous. They were just nervous. They've got a lot of young players who are inexperienced.
No, but
we've lost 18 fucking games. They've not
Yeah,
lost 18 games. They were always going to find a way to beat us. They were always going to find a way to beat us. They had the best chances, even though we had the ball. They had the best
to be honest,
chances. They hit the woodwork. What
No,
game?
but-
What
but I
game did you
think-
watch?
but I think it's no. But to be honest, the Premier League has been horrendous this season. Never mind anything. We've seen a lot of these teams have actually regressed. If you look, even in the European, the Champions League has actually exposed that. To be honest, City have went down because they had injuries, and obviously they've also got found out. If we're being honest, in terms of the way Pep plays, you look at the teams that are up there, challenging for the Champions Leagues and everything. Like it has been a poor standard this season, to be honest. If we're being honest, so when I look at it, if we actually stuck it with the back four, we could have easily been finished in the top 8 or top 7. We could have easily gotten into those
100%.
positions this season. It was not impossible. I don't think these players are as bad as we think they are. Yes, they have a crap attitude. That's why I want them gone, because they pick and choose when they want to show up. But I still think that the formation just actually doubled down on our deficiencies already, on our poor attitude. And you couple that with the poor formation and the poor approaches to game, where we play with a back 7, we don't aim to attack. The main aim of a game is to actually try and score. If you don't score goals, you don't win any game. You don't give yourself any chances. And we saw that. We defended with 7 players who don't know what they're doing at the back, because somehow they still let in goals. Most of them don't even, they're pretty much zonal marking. And then the opposition team can have 2 or 3 players in the box and they still somehow manage to score against us. So honestly, I'm not buying into this thing that these guys are as bad as they are. I think the whole change has actually destabilized everything. We're bad already, but we could be worse. And we ended up being worse because we tried to do this whole changing of formations during the season, and which backfired on us. You can't change a system. We can't go from a system that we've known and we've played for so many years, and then all of a sudden we bring a whole entire new system where none of these players fit into. So yeah, I think that doubled down on that. And honestly, I think if we can go back to a back four, we do change things slightly, and we add quality players on that, we can climb up the table, because the Premier League hasn't been as good as we've known it to for many years.
We've been the worst. What are we talking about? We've been the fucking worst. The worst. Premier League might have been shit, but we've been the worst. Imagine if the Premier League was good. Where would we be? Where would we be?
Relegated? Relegated.
I remember, guys, when Amorim took the job, we already had 15 points in the bag.
Listen, Adrian, I'm going to have to ask you this, Pete. Have you ever seen more cowardly United fan base than this generation's of fan base?
No. I think what it is, Dino, I mean, look, it's a combination of things. It's the time we're in. Back in the day, when I was 10 years old, watching Man United in 74 get relegated. Yeah, there was no social media. When we came from the game, we used to get a newspaper called the Pink Final, and they'd print all the results from all the games, and some games went over, didn't even have the things on. So as you go through, time, people have got social media, they've got instant access to things. I just think it's just the fans are attuned to instant gratification, And football does not work that way. You can get instant gratification in 90 minutes of a game, but to build that gratification, you need to put a lot of work in behind the scenes. And that's not just as in football players, managers, staff, whatever. It's a big ass franchise that you have to put together, which is what happened to Man United. What Sir Alex Ferguson went through in the 80s. We had 5 years nearly where he nearly got the sack. We got lucky winning the FA Cup and it saved his job. Them luxury days are gone. Now people want instant gratification. And I just think the fans, I don't like to say this, and I don't, please excuse me for this. 90% of our fans ain't real fans, if you understand what I'm saying. They see things on TV, they see things on a mobile phone and whatever. They've never been to Old Trafford. They'll never go to Old Trafford, but they think they're Man United fans. That's the best way I can put it. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I had an argument with one guy last year. And he turned around and said to me, he goes, Pete, I said, well, you're the reason why the Glazers are still here. If people like you stop going to Old Trafford and emptied it, maybe they'll leave the club. I said, there's 75,000 people in Old Trafford. Worldwide, on the internet, on mobile phones, there's over 300 million on any given day watching Man United. Why don't you fucking disconnect instead of me? I'm one of 75,000. You're one of 300 million, but you're having a go with me. Turn this on.
You know why he's having a go at you? He's having a go at you because he's not in the community, right? So people in the community, people who work at the stadium. You know that if anybody they fire, any job they cut, it hits you, the community that you are in personally. That's why he's saying that. We who are on the outside, we are in other countries watching this on TV. There is a level of selfishness, I have to agree, that comes with that because you disconnect, and everything that the Glazers and Ineos does not affect us in our personal life, you see. But you guys that are Mancunian, it affects you. You probably know people that lost their job because of that.
I know loads of people.
So exactly. So if he's saying that, depending on how you feel it, depending on how it affects you, is up to you to be more virulent. It's up to you to make more sacrifice. He might not be wrong, But I have to admit, it's a selfish matter when it comes to people who are not in the country, and you can't blame us,
Well,
we just want to come home and watch some good football.
Okay, Luani, let's so. Sorry, Dino, Ben, let's look at it from this viewpoint. I go to watch Man United like Dino does. Forget it's Man United. You buy a product and you don't like it. Can I go get my money back? No. But you can go buy a product anywhere in the world. You don't like it. You can get your money back. That's a fucking big difference, mate. Seriously. That's a big difference when you've earned your hard-earned pay to go and watch that bag of shit. You can sit there from whatever part of the world you're in and go, I'm dissatisfied with Man United. I've paid real fucking money to watch it. There's a big difference.
But I'll tell you something, right? I'll tell you something. If I live in Manchester, right, and I know a cousin, a brother, a friend that lost their job just brutally with no warning because Ineos decided to enact some cut. If I have a season ticket, I swear I'll burn it in the street in front of a camera. I'm not going back to that stadium until they leave the town. That's just the way it is.
I've done it. It is my journey, for you Luani, Lesso, and Ben. Dino knows it already. I was a season ticket holder from 1980, Man United. 2005, when the Glazers bought us, I stopped going. I only went back to Old Trafford in lockdown in the protests in the April and the May for the Liverpool ones. I then got my season ticket back 16th of January this year, my birthday. I was 61. I ended it again. What more can I do as a person? Tell me, what more can I do? I've disowned this club not once but twice, but everyone sits here yapping about Man U. Why don't you turn off your devices and don't follow Man U? Maybe the people up there will see that people are watching Man United and they will take notice of it. Have you ever thought of it that way? Seriously.
Do you know what as well? What the craziest thing is as well? Like, say if any of us do pull the plug on Ruben, even if we win the Europa, like honestly, people are getting giddy on fucking Inzaghi. Like, look, Inzaghi's a quality coach, but it's a Serie A. It's a different. The Premier League's a different kettle of fish. I don't want to go for any of these.
Sorry, Ben, can I just jump in quick? Sorry, mate. Sorry. Mohammed Zaya has just put in, that's not logic, what it just said. Yes, it is logic, because when Man United get pinged all around the world on devices, the sponsors, i.e. Ineos, TXC and all them, get money from that. That's pure logic. You stop following a certain product, they don't get pinged, they don't get noticed. Advertisements is tied into you going on your devices to there. That's logic. Go back to school, Mohammed. Go back to school. Go back to school, mate.
Now, as I was
You
saying,
don't understand
Come
the
on,
logic.
come on. Why you asking is a bit too much, right? You telling us.
Big up Pete, man. We all need to turn up.
Go back to school, man.
No, man. You asking fans in China, in Malaysia, people who are turning in for. We are turning in to watch Manchester United for different reason, right? For different
Luani,
reasons.
you're asking for the Glazers to leave the club. You're asking for the Glazers to leave the club. How do you get someone out of a position that they don't want to leave? You don't follow them.
No, maybe I'm not asking.
Logic.
Maybe fans like me and others in other countries are not asking for the Glazers to leave the club. We're just asking not to have our Sunday ruined or our Saturday ruined by bad football.
But you're not going to get it.
So if you fire the coach, that's good enough for us.
Listen to your logic. I'll reverse your logic on you. You're asking for a nice Sunday. You're not asking for the Glazers to leave. But because you're watching Man United and the Glazers are getting money from it, they're not going to leave. Why can't you see that?
Yeah,
seriously. Why can't you see that?
I'm not pro Glazer. I hate the Glazer as much as you do. But I don't have any data on Ineos, right? But the only thing I'm trying to say is that I don't have a personal invested interest in chasing them out of town as you guys do. So you guys have to take the fight to them.
Facts, but we can't.
You're part of the fan base.
We're too
cowardly. Part of the fan base.
We're too cowardly.
It doesn't matter because I go to game, because I live in England. You live in, I think you live in America, sir, or whatever. It doesn't matter. You're a Man United fan. You watch Man United just like me. If every Man United fan really want to protest, on next Sunday, a week on Sunday, the last Premiership game, empty the stadium and don't watch them online. There's the message.
No worries. I've canceled my Man U TV account. I've canceled it 5 years ago, so I'm good.
I'm just saying, don't watch them. You can watch them on whatever device, on whatever you do. That will still get linked that you're watching Man United playing football. Don't watch them. Turn off.
You asking me for too much, you know.
Listen to this quick. There used to be a television program in the 70s in the United Kingdom called "Why Don't You Just Turn Off Your Television Set and Go Do Something Less Boring Instead?" And I'm being serious. That's what it used to be called.
Yeah.
Turn them off. You have a choice. You can watch them or turn off.
Yeah. I think I'm going to start. I don't think I'll be going to games next season. I think I'm going to seriously have a think about that. Really seriously have a think about that. I might watch them on telly. I'll be a hypocrite because I love Manchester United regardless who owns us. But I just
Yes,
wish
sir.
I would go to games, less so, if we all go in and there's 30,000 of us walk out. Like, I would love that. They wouldn't last 2 months in this fucking football club if we did it for 15 games. But they're too cowardly to fucking do it. Go ahead, Bird. 1 second, Aiden. We're gonna get Lesso back in. Lesso, what's the solution? Where do we go from here?
Yeah, where do we go from here? I mean, it's quite obvious. Let's just hope that the owners get sacked, or they sack themselves, basically. That's the only hope that we have, because clearly, we don't see the fans going to boycott, and which is fine on their part, because everyone has a right to attend games, right? But yeah, it's gonna take a collective effort to try and get the owners out. I mean, Sir Jim did say that if he was hated as much as the Glazers were, he would walk himself. That's what he said. And I don't see any protest linking him and the Glazers. I see that being people calling out the Glazers alone, and yeah, it's too much. There's a lot of division among the fan base, and the only way I can see this working out is if, even if these guys are here, it can still somewhat work out. I mean, if there's common sense being used, in the sense that we revert back to a back four, like I said, you save a lot of money, because I don't see it, like we've already had this discussion already. We don't see this club bringing in 8 to 10 players for a system. It's not going to happen, realistically speaking. So going back to a back four helps us save money. It's cost effective. It's something that these players, some of these players already know. So it makes ample sense for me personally, because if we go down the road where we now sign every player for this manager, it doesn't work out, then we move away from this system. Guess what we stuck with? We stuck with players that can only play a specific system. That system that we're going to change. And then we're going to expect them to go back to a back four or whatever, and they can play that, because we've signed all of them specifically for a specific system that hasn't worked out. So I don't like putting all my eggs in one basket in this sense. That's why I said that going back to a back four, it's the safest and most sensible option to go for. And then you build from there. That's all you can do. I think that's the only hope that we have. But do they have the common sense? Because Manchester United has never had common sense. We've never made common sense decisions. So I don't expect to see that. I expect to see Amorim being here next season. We're still playing this 5-4-7 at the back, and then we're hoping that it works, and then it ends up badly, and then it's again that whole interim manager thing, and then the new manager comes back and plays a different system, and guess what? We're stuck in the loop. We're here again. That's what I see. So
when you're asking,
but I already said
go back. When you're asking them to go back to a back four, you are asking a whole lot of people to swallow their pride. You're asking Amorim to go back to change his formation, which he already said that he's now going to do. He's going to have to look at himself in the mirror and swallow his pride and admit failure. If he doesn't do that, then you're asking Omar Barada to swallow his pride and fire him. Which is not going to do, because he went through. He took a helicopter or a plane over there to bring him here, right? So now at that point, you are asking Sir Jim Ratcliffe to fire all of them, which will be equivalent to him admitting that he's incompetent, which we all know already. So there's a whole lot of people that are going to have to swallow their pride, whichever you want to pick. In those three scenarios, good luck with that,
Well, the one who he courted Dan Ashworth for 5 months. He had to go on garden leave. We bought him out of Newcastle. Dan Ashworth apparently was the guy that said keep Eric Ten Hag. He sacked his ass as soon as it went wrong. So I'm sorry, like, but Barada, you're done, mate.
Max.
If Amarin gets binned, I'm sorry, Barada, you're next.
Yeah, and Wilcox too.
You can't go one way and then go the other. But it pleases you just to keep your favourites in the club.
Yep. There's too much love for Wilcox too. Far too much love. I'm saying it's ridiculous. All three of them. Like that, obviously Dan Ashworth for keeping Ten Hag. You know, the CEO, like, you know, CEO's a fucking huge role for, you know, for a board like United, because, you know, he has to keep everything under control. You know, what's going on around the, you know, the board and stuff. But he's failed. You know, Ashford's already gone. You know, fucking Wilcox, you know, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, you know, yeah, you brought in Heaven and fucking Dorgu, but what are you doing, man? Like, what are you seriously doing, bro?
You know, listen to this, man. Listen to this. There's a guy at my neighbours. He comes from Lee, you know, in Manchester, Lee, yeah. And he's doing a bit of reconstruction work in the garden and that, like. He's a Man U fan as well, yeah.
Do you know the reason we are all in this mess is because from the beginning, a lot of people has overstepped their boundaries and their job description, right? When you have Jim Ratcliffe and his cronies flying around Monaco to try to make a decision in hiring Tuchel and this or that, and that happened. That was not their job to go hire a manager, right? It's their job they are supposed to appoint a director of football. So they are overstep their boundary. And then you have Omar Berrada, who overstepped his boundary, who overstepped his the director of football, Dan Ashworth, and went to bring in a manager. He overstepped his boundaries too. A lot of people are forgetting their responsibility and their role in the job. One thing, the moment I knew this guy made a mistake is when they fired Dan Ashworth to bring in Amorim, because Dan Ashworth did not agree with the way Amorim sees football. Yeah. As Omar Berrada, your responsibility is above the one of Dan Ashworth. You don't go and clear the way for a manager by firing your director of football. No, if your director of football is incompetent and you want to fire him, you fire him, then you bring in another director of football, and that other director of football will help you pick the manager. Now he have to deal with the mess he create, Omar Berrada, and have to make the decision to of keeping or having Amorim go personally, and that's going to reflect on his tenure.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Guys, anyway, I'll just say this quick. The guy I was talking to, the builder, yeah, he's from Leeds in Manchester, yeah, and we were talking, both Man U fans, and we were saying what Lianu was saying there, you know, like bringing all the guys in, this and that. Nobody turned around and said to me, he goes, the only thing Man United have assembled, yeah, it's a system for every team to beat us. And I was like, you know what, you're right, my guy, yeah. Literally, you're right. You've got all these people in. There's an old saying, too many chefs spoil the broth. You've got all these people in giving it this and that. No one's got a plan whatsoever.
Yeah.
You're seeing the end product of it, boys, aren't you? Believe your eyes, like I say, always believe these. Forget about this and that. Always believe them, because they tell you the truth.
Facts.
Yeah, big up, Pete. Listen, guys, I don't know how it's going to get better in 3 months, 3.5 months' time. I don't know how. I personally believe the Glazers and Ineos have got us where they want us. I think the fan base, and me included, were too cowardly. Any other big football clubs at Bayern Munich, the whole of the board would have resigned. The ownership would have been taken over. Barcelona would have had the same. Real Madrid would have happened the same. Juventus, it would have happened the same. You know what I mean? The big football clubs. Something would have happened. But here, we've got sheep who were going to be there on Sunday doing this.
Yeah.
For 18 fucking losses. Remember this, 18 losses.
Not big,
18,
not fucking
13,
big,
37 fucking games, 39 points. We will go down in history of not winning 2 consecutive games together. That is a new fucking record.
Keep hammering.
Yeah, and you know what, man? If Amarim goes, and like I see a lot of people like putting down Inzaghi. We need him. He's our he's our savior. Listen, I don't want any
How's
more of
he
these.
gonna fucking save
I
us with these
know,
donkey
but
players?
there's
How?
so many of this fan base that think they will. But, I don't understand it, Nerdin. And like I think Inzaghi is a decent coach, but the Premier League is a different kettle of fish. And
Yeah.
don't forget about the formation he plays. It's similar to Amarim, but the thing is with Inzaghi, he plays three in the midfield instead of the two, and I think that's what's letting
It's not
Amarim
my
down.
birthday. How is it my birthday? Big up Nurin. Happy
God.
birthday. It's not my birthday. What
Oh,
are you guys on about? Go
might be
ahead.
a raid.
Go ahead.
Well,
Yeah,
because we
yeah.
lost 18 games, didn't we?
Probably
Yeah,
is.
but you think, Ben, you think, but with Inzaghi, he
No.
give the freedom and the confidence for his players to attack. That's why you see his center back going and doing or marauding around and doing all of that. I don't think Amorim, if despite he's playing the same formation, he give the flexibility and the freedom for his players to attack. As a coach, it's all about how you can inspire your players. Every coach has a plan, and
Yeah.
we can seldom know if that plan work or not, depending on how the player are carrying the plan out. Every time we start a game, we start with a back five. So you're already negative. You're telling your players you don't want them to attack,
Yeah.
you just want them to defend. And how are we
But
gonna go like
I
that?
mean, the thing is, guys, you could have a quick comparison now in the Premiership. Yeah, you can take Ruben Amorim and you can take Glasner at Palace. Yeah.
Oh, bless him.
Now, obviously, I would say Amorim has got better quality players overall than Glasner, and they basically play the same type of football, 3-4-3. But who's the better manager?
Mm-hmm.
So if you want a quick little segment of comparison, 3-4-3 can work, but it depends on how you manage the players. And I
Yeah,
think this is the problem. Aberdeen can't manage the players.
yeah,
Nah,
but
see,
you have United fans saying that Crystal Palace has better players than us, but yet they can name half of that Crystal Palace team.
yeah, nah, I'll be real. Like, I, 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 I just think this three at the back, five at the back bullshit is just never going to work in the Premier League. Like,
No.
why can we not just the like, see with like Ted Hag's, when he was in charge, like, we only had two in midfield. Obviously, people would say that Bruno was in the midfield. No, he was an attacker. Why can we not just go back to the Ollie days where he played three balanced midfielders, man? Herrera, Pogba, and Matic. They were our
Yeah.
best midfield since post Fergie, man. And I think in terms of like, there's a lot of people saying like, Xavi plays a 4-3-3. Look, the one thing I always like about Xavi is he always plays for the midfield. He doesn't use the width. He always plays for the midfield. I like coaches who play for the midfield. The midfield's the most important part of the pitch.
Yeah.
And Amarim doesn't play for the midfield. He uses the wing backs. He uses the width. And that's the
Aberdeen
issue, man.
played coward
It will
football.
never
but
it will never work. This is why Arsenal, City, even Liverpool, man, like, they always use the midfield. Like, and the commentator tonight, like, Alan Smith says Caicedo, because he just ran through us, man. He literally ran through us, and Chelsea play
Yeah.
4-3-3. Chelsea play 4-3-3. So why can we not play 4-3-3? None of this 4-2-3-1, five at the back, three at the back. Inzaghi, look, he's a good coach, man. He is a top class coach, but the Premier League's a different kettle of fish, guys. You have to
It
think
is.
about this. And the Serie A, it's you get so much time on the ball when you go out of phase 1 to phase 2. You get so much time. I'm seeing Lukaku get 3 or 4 or 5 seconds when he was at like Napoli and all these other clubs he was at. Like, it's even McTominay, man. Like, I'm seeing McTominay get so much time on the ball. He never got that at Man United.
No.
The Premier League's a different kettle of fish. Look, I'm not taking any bad about Inzaghi. He's a good coach, but I just think we need someone like Nerdin's spot on, and he's been spot on ever since. De Zerbi is the perfect man. He plays through the midfield, and he knows the Premier League, man. That's the most important thing. He knows the Premier League, how it operates.
Would you guys overall safely say that Max Fred was a better midfield than what we've got now?
McFred.
No,
No.
Nope. I won't say that. Nope.
They were shit.
Nope. Nope. I won't say that.
They were.
Well,
Let me
actually,
just.
Actually,
Let me
they've
just.
won more games. together at Man United and what we've got now.
Yeah. Together they were shit. But one of them, I wish we could have kept Fred. I swear to God, Fred.
Facts. I like Fred.
No, Dean. I just wanna like put in my last word before I leave. Right? I've been
streaming for 3.5 hours, guys. I
just,
didn't watch alone.
Let me just say this, right, to sum up this thing. If you have a squad that have Mazraoui, Delete, Euro in defense, and then you have Casemiro, Ugarte,
What are you talking about, Luan? They can't stay fit. They can't stay fucking fit.
Nuruddin, we can use that excuse because everybody get injury in the league, right? If you have, all I'm saying, if you have a squad that have Mazraoui, Delete, and Euro in defense, you have a DM of option between Casemiro, Collier, Ugarte, you have Bruno, you have Ahmad, you have Rashford, you have Sancho, you have Anthony. You cannot finish 18.
Yeah. We shouldn't have sold Willie Cambuella and bought Delete, in my opinion. But
yeah, good
there
shape.
You go.
Good shape, and that was on Ineos too.
Somebody asked a question. Mike Smalling, Phil Jones better do on a Maguire Lindelof 100 million fucking percent.
Chris Smalling was quality, bro. I love Chris
Smalling. Brilliant.
100 million percent.
Mike Smalling.
Listen, guys, I've been live for a fucking long time. We haven't got the answers. We're not qualified. We're cowards. Majority of the fan base were fucking cowards. And Sean turns up when I'm about to end. Sean, I've been live for 3.5 hours. I didn't watch it. What have you got to fucking say? You turn up now.
Sean got his Eric Ten Hag t-shirt on.
Big up, guys. Calling in from the airport. I only saw like a bit of the game.
The Ineos man has arrived.
Yeah, no, but at this point in time, right? I'm kind of like all of you. Like I'm numb to the pain. Essentially, I'm hoping for a miracle on Wednesday.
How can you be numb, Sean? How can you be numb? 18 fucking league losses. You have never ever seen that. We've played 37 games and we're on 39 points. Minus 12 goal difference.
I'm numb to the pain because I don't want to rehash. I don't want to rehash the Ten Hag arguments, but my theory of the case has always been that any manager who would ultimately be successful at United has to be given a chance to fail. So I think with Amorim, there's nothing we can do about it. He's not playing well. I think pointing out that is stating the obvious. So there's no need to rehash all the many ways Amorim is failing right now. So as far as I'm concerned, the main objective has to be summer. Making sure that Ineos and the back room is able to give Amorim everything he wants. But as far as the football goes, there's nothing to argue about. I'm not convinced of Amorim's system either. I don't think the style of play necessarily works. I think people that think it's about the formation, there's more to the formation than just how you line up in a 3-4-3 or 5-3-2. How you actually position the players, the instructions you give them, all of that matters too. So yeah, I'm on my third margarita in an airport bar. I'm numb to that's part. Maybe that's part of why I'm numb. Because I have a couple of drinks into waiting for my flight.
What's the weather like, Sean? It's nice.
It's sunny. Yeah, it's hot as hell. I'm in Florida. It's just really warm. But yeah, the Amorim stuff. Honestly, everyone complained about the previous regime. Complained about many of the failures of the club. So there's nothing.
But Sean, they doubled down and got even a guy who needs specific type of players who have never managed in the fucking Premier League. We're not in charge. Eric Ten Hag should have been sacked. Everybody understood that. They went and doubled down and got even a guy who needs even more of a fucking system. And the players are not compatible with his fucking system. No, fuck all. Do you know how I know? Bruno Fernandes and the TNT interview let it slip. He said, after they drew 1-1 on Ipswich, Amorim said to him, "You didn't tell me that the bottom of the league try hard. We're fucking bottom of the league. We're playing them. We're the fucking bottom of the league.
Nuruddin, this is not even about standard. This is not even about tactic. This is this is not even about tactic. This is not even about formation. This is about standard. The Chelsea fan base, the standard that the United fan base is willing to accept versus the standard that the Chelsea fan base is willing to accept. The standard that the United ownership is willing to accept versus the standard that the Chelsea ownership is willing to accept. You guys think that Thor Boy will keep Maresca in a job if they're 18? Oh,
No, of
jeez.
course he wouldn't. Of course he
Well,
wouldn't.
of course,
Big up, let me just get the super chat. Big up the Nemeke. Says, I don't care if Amarin gets his marching order. We have a group of players that are uncoachable because they lack the basics. Facts. We have failed to string 5 or 6 passes in the past 3 or more seasons. That's a fucking fact. When you
we weren't saying that they were uncoachable. We weren't saying that they were.
Sean, come on now, Sean, come on.
We weren't saying that they were uncoachable. While we were drawing against, we were beating City, we were drawing against Arsenal, we were drawing against Liverpool. No, you don't get. No, go see our record. We don't get lucky. With 6, with 3 or 4 top league opposition. No, we didn't play low block against City. We played a mid block. We played mid block against City.
Low block, bro.
No. Nah, guys. Let's not say this team is whack when it's convenient and then they good. They suddenly put 5 goals past Lyon and then we good, right?
I think part of why I do buy that argument, Luani, and I'm keen on that is the entire premise of sacking Ten Hag was that a better coach could do more with decent players. And then after the fact, because many of the same fans,
who said he's a better coach? Who? In the fucking League 2 standard of a fucking league, the fucking Portuguese league,
right?
The fucking Premier League.
But the point still remains that part of the argument for getting rid of Ten Hag was that a better manager could do more with decent players. And then now, because what we thought was a better manager is clearly failing. Many people are in order to square that circle, they are now having to say that, well, actually, the quality of players that we have are the quality of 17th players in the league. I don't buy that personally. I don't agree with that, but I'm willing to give Amorim grace because, as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing for anyone to do. Like complaining about it, getting angry about it.
Sean. You're fucking pissed, Sean. You've drank more than 3 margaritas. You're fucking pissed. Yes, mate. They might not even let you on a flight with that talk.
I've gone past the point of being pissed now, right? At this point, like, I'm numb. That's what I'm saying. Five stages of grief.
You know what, guys? This team would have trouble passing if they had the shits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a really.
It couldn't pass gas. Sure.
That's a really good super chat, regardless. So
listen,
really
Sean.
Good super chat.
Listen, Sean. Get to your destination wherever you're going.
Safe travels, Sean.
Safe travels. Safe travels.
Big up, Sean.
You're gonna have to wrap it up there.
Thanks, big up.
At the end of the day, is where we are. Like I said to you, the stats are there. 39 points, 37 games, 18 losses, minus 12 points.
I remember Saeed doing the road to 40 points 2 months ago.
Yep.
No, we're fazzing that, do you know?
Anybody think Ruud van Nistelrooy will do worse than this?
No.
Nope.
No.
Nope. I think he was doing better than this.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, listen. Big up to everybody. Smash a like, people. Smash a like on your way out. I've been streaming. Make sure you check out Elmo39. Make sure you check out the fellow with the Stella on Instagram. On Instagram, Peter. Make sure you check out Luwani 1979 on X. Elmo39 on X. Make sure you check out Lesso Football TV at Black Rain on X. Make sure you check out at Sean Thomas on X. Make sure you check out his podcast, geopolitical podcast. It's called How We See Things. Make sure you go to now, if they're still live, they might be live. Make sure you go to, let me see if I can do it. Unless I can come back here with another super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Dear Mwani, doing the basics, consistency. team won these games that you mentioned unconvincingly. Facts. We're never fucking convincing. Never convincing.
No.
I have never
wasn't.
seen Manchester United string 5 wins together in the last 13 years that were convincing.
How are you going to beat Liverpool, City, Arsenal convincingly? Come on.
We don't convince.
There's no way.
Anyway, free Palestine, free Lebanon, free the Sudan, free the Congo, free everywhere where people are oppressed. We stand with the people in the world that are oppressed. Please do not fall into the divide and rule tactics of fucking Nigel fucking Posh Farage and his Reform Party. Do not fail into hate. Britain was a fucking empire. Majority of us black and brown people are in this fucking country. The empire came to us. We didn't fucking come to the empire. Remember that. So do not fall for that bullshit divide and fucking rule tactics. The billionaire
100%.
class is the reason why you're poor. Billionaire class is why the NHS is failing. Billionaire class, why disabled people are starving to death. Remember that. Free the Manchester fucking 10. Free Manchester United from the Glazers and Ineos.
Facts.
Big up.
Facts, man.
This is the worst season in my lifetime. And tonight I'm mourning. I am fucking mourning. It's no joke. This ain't funny. And I call myself a fucking coward because I'm scared to be fucking doing something mad at Old Trafford and being put in prison. Just me. Majority of that fan base, 40,000 in that stadium, walk out every game for 10 games. These fuckers will be gone. Mark my fucking words. They'll be gone.
Yeah.
But majority of you fucking sheep and bootlickers will be there. I'll be fucking booing. I will be booing on top of my fucking lungs. I'll be booing them.
Yeah.
Good night.
Bruno.
Fuck the GCSEs. Fuck no exam results will ever make you who you are. Remember that.
Absolutely, bro.
Free
Absolutely.
fucking Palestine. Stop the genocide. And fuck
Bruno,
Zionism.
Bruno,
Fuck the war machine. Fuck Bruno as well. Fuck
Bruno.
every fucking player that's
Yeah.
lost
Fuck 'em all.
18 times
You
this
know,
season.
fuck off
Fuck
all.
them all.
Fuck them all. You know
Fuck
what? Get
'em
me
all.
a new fucking missus. Fuck her and all.
No, Pete. Peace and love to your missus.
She's a fucking Middlesbrough fan. Fuck her.
That's the first song I heard today when the game started.
not lost
Bruno.
13
He's
still
our
at least got
Portuguese
lost.
magnifico.
No, I don't want to hear
And
this song,
lost.
bro.
Yo, I'm like,
I don't wanna
fuck
hear
this
this
fan base. Yo.
The fan base.
Cheers, all guys. Nice one.
Yeah,
Nice
big
we've
up,
met you,
bro.
Ben. Lasso.
Yes, good meeting you,
Blue
Pete.
Annie.
Always,
Dino.
bro.
Big up to everybody.
Hey, good night. Good
a
night,
morning.
guys. Big up.
We go again, as they say.
No, there's nothing to go, Pete.
No,
We're
it's
fucked.
nothing.
There's nowhere to
fucked.
go now, mate.
That's the
We're in
Glazers and Indians.
nowhere to no man's land, mate.